Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and tonight we are live. Our topic tonight, we are doing our top 10 tracks from 1985. And we have a large panel tonight, so brace yourselves. It should be fun. We want to hear from you in the chat, so let's do it. Let's get started.
Grant is changing the world one track at a time on Grant's Rock Warehouse.
That's exactly what we'll be doing here tonight, changing music one track at a time. Anyway, gentlemen, look at this panel. My goodness. Like an all-star panel. We've got Sydney. Everybody's seen Sydney in his snarky comments. He's here in person with his beard. Yvonne from Norway. We've got Ernesto sitting with his speakers. Look at that. Thought those were 8 tracks. No. Yeah. BM Bolt's here. Johnny Metal. Todd Evans. DC Tune Time, and John the Music Nut. So we are going to be talking about our top 10 favorite tracks from 1985. So, gentlemen, how are you? You ready to get started? What was that? Was it a cat?
What's a cat?
Oh, it's Dementia Cat. Nice. All right. So anyway, welcome, gentlemen. We're going to go 3, 3, and 4. We're just going to go right around. We're going to go Yvonne, Ernesto, Byron, Johnny Metal, Todd, DC, John the Music Nut, Sydney, and then myself. So let's get started. Welcome, Yvonne. What are your first 3?
Yeah, first I must say a big excuse to all the Norwegian people who are looking on this stream, because this Take On Me, Aha, was a big Norwegian hit in 84. I left those out, but I hope they will excuse me. But I have a lot of other good hits. And I start with number 10, and this is not so very common band.
Ooh, that's not going to work. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It's a group called The Dream. You see it?
I do, but we couldn't see Todd anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
I had to fix that because we lost Todd.
Put it down. You can put it down.
No, we're fine now. No, you're good. Keep going, Yvonne.
Okay,
Keep going.
Yeah. This is the Dream Academy, and it's a British band, and the singer-guitarist Nick Lords, and a lady called Kate St. John, and Gilbert Gabriel was in this group. And this group was produced by David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. He produced the song, and the song is "Life in a Northern Town." It's a very nice song, and I think the song was dedicated to Nick Drake, who died in 74. And the song is, I think it's a song from the shipping industry in UK, in the north of UK. But it's a very good song, and I really like it. And Life in a Northern Town is good for me. I live up in the north in Norway, in a small town. So that's my number 10 pick from 85.
Excellent.
So then we can go to number 9. And this is a guy that a lot of people know about, Paul Young. And this song I have chosen is Every Time You Go Away. And if people can understand the history, pop history, this was written by Darry Hall. And Darry Hall put it on the Hall & Oates album, The Voice, from 1980. And Paul Young made a cover on this song, and he also have this song on the Live Aid performance in July in 85 in Wembley Arena. And of course, Live Aid was a big thing in 85. Maybe come back to that later in the show.
Michael Logano. Yeah.
Then we go to number 8, and this is a very nice song. And the album is this is the album, and Marillion is the group. And the song that I picked from this is the Lavender. And this Marillion, I think, is a prog band, British group. And the Misplayed Childhood album is a very perfect album, if you ask me. And the song is only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So it's a very not so long song. Most of the Marillion songs are very long. But I really love this album, and I really love this Lavender. And the other song, Kaylee, is also a good big hit from this album. So that was my number 10, 9, and 8 from Norway.
Excellent. All right. Ernesto, you are up, my friend.
Okay, my number 10, I'm going to go in order, is coming from a soundtrack, my first and only soundtrack right now. It's from a movie, pretty popular movie in the 80s, a little I don't know if you can see it. Oh, let's see.
Keep it. Put it
Hold
by your
on.
shirt, maybe.
Hold on. I don't know if you
You're
guys
going
can-
all David Copperfield
Put it by
on
your
us.
body.
Right, yeah.
Can you bring it up?
Let me see if you guys can see it.
Go ahead.
Put it in front of your shirt. Right now.
Oh, it's difficult.
I can't see it.
I can't see it.
Invisible man. It's
Yeah,
Invisible Man.
your background's killing it.
Yeah,
The
hold on.
song is The Invisible Man from the band Invisible Man.
Wait a minute. I have it. Hold on. I just got to find it.
Let me change my background.
Was this your number 10?
That's my number 10.
There
You
you
see
go.
it now?
Yeah,
Oh,
Vision Quest. I remember.
I got
Yeah.
it. I've got it, Ernesto. No
Oh,
worries.
okay, cool. So I picked "Hungry for Heaven." Love that ballad. You want to call it a ballad? I think
it's a
great
ballad.
song.
Song rocks
So-
pretty hard,
It
actually.
rocks pretty hard.
Yeah, it's a
It's
great
just pop.
song.
It's kind of pop metal or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a great soundtrack. I mean, there's a lot of great artists on this. Don't pick it up if you have a chance. But
Yeah.
I
You should
picked
open
one.
that and play it.
Yeah, you
Saw
know.
that in the theater.
Yeah, why do you keep it sealed? It can't breathe.
Well, I know. It just, it's for looks, Pick it up on CD. So that's my number 10. And my number 9, we're going to talk 2 LA bands that I love because I'm from LA. And number 9 is Warrior, Fighting for the Earth. If you guys are familiar with it, some of you guys in the metal scene know.
Never heard it.
Yeah, you've heard it, Grant. I played it on the
Yeah,
LA
I don't pay attention to what you're doing.
Oh, okay. That song is a killer song, man. It's just pure metal right there. Don't get it confused with glam metal or hair metal because this is all metal, baby. There ain't
What a-
nothing else.
What
That's
about
some good
Poison?
stuff.
Could we confuse it with Poison?
No, hell
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
So that's my number 9. And my number 8 is another LA band. And that is King Cobra. Ready to Strike.
Nice.
I love that song, man.
I know you've played that before.
Oh yeah, that's a great song,
Yeah.
man.
More on that. More on that album a little later.
Oh man, it's just a great song. It's pure energy, man. It's rocking, dude. I mean, what can I say, But that's my number 8. So
Excellent. I do want to welcome everybody in the chat tonight. Let's keep it interactive. Poison, we going to talk Poison? Jake, let's hope not.
Well, no.
Let's hope not. But I did see, hey, what's his name?
Gino Vanelli.
Well, not Gino Vanelli,
Brett
but
Michaels.
Alice Cooper.
Brett Michaels. I saw him on the 80s cruise, and he was great.
Yeah.
Doing solo stuff and doing Poison stuff,
Actually-
but he had his band. He was great.
I don't
He
think
was
Poison
great.
was even out in '85 yet.
It was 86.
What's that? It's 86.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Jake, we'll talk
Enigma.
Poison next month.
Gino Vanelli was on that cruise. He was sporting that Speedo.
He did. Had this
That's
flowing
a-
hair and hairy chest.
Yes.
There's a graphic I don't need to
That's a
see.
vision.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not the Vision Quest I want to see.
No way. All right. Well, thank you, Ernesto. Let's throw it over to Mr. B.M. Bolt for his 3.
All right. My first pick. Grant might take this one too, but I don't know. He probably decided not to.
I
pick-
took all of your picks.
He might have dropped this one since I already grabbed it. I'm going to go "Tonight It's You" by Cheap Trick.
I could have picked that, but I let you take it.
It's a wonderful pop ballad. I think it's one of their best songs, really, to be honest with you. Pretty good album. Not one of their best albums, but still pretty good.
Well, I think it's a good album if you could remix it.
Better than the one after that.
That's probably a good album too if you could remix it.
Right.
All right. So my next pick was Half Taken by Yvonne. I'm going actually Kaylee and Lavender. I'm cheating.
That's all right.
So
Those songs
they kinda go
connect, don't
together.
they? Yeah.
they kind of go together.
They do.
So yeah, that's my next pick. I don't really say much more about that. Since all right, so my next pick, I'm gonna go. Ernesto might like this one, and I don't know that I've picked anything by Gary Moore yet, but I'm gonna
Oh, you bastard!
go on
Oh no.
the fields because I
You're
gotta
a
pick
bastard.
Gary at some point. He's my guy.
That's a great album.
You put him
Yeah.
and Phil Lynott together, they made some magic. It was just too. You couldn't have two guys that were both supposed to be in charge of a band in the same band. You know, they just too headstrong in their own ways, so they really couldn't work together for very long periods at a time. So that's my third pick there.
Excellent. You're so quick. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw it over to Johnny Metal. What's your three
All right.
picks for tonight?
So somebody was looking for some guitar stuff, so I'm gonna bring a little guitar. So 1985, he had a bar. Yvonne mentioned this earlier about Live Aid, and he had a heck of a set at Live Aid. How about Eric Clapton's Forever Man?
That's a good album.
I loved that track back in the day. I like that little riff about that song, and you know, when I saw watched Clapton's set on that for Live Aid, I can still hear the guy on the radio say, and Eric Clapton just went off with a barnstorming. He was like really up about the set. So yeah, I have to include that. My next one comes from another fellow British guitar player and another little super group thing he put together. Let's talk about The Firm. Radioactive.
Hold on.
Oh, Ernesto's got.
He's pulling the 8-track.
Of course, he's got it on 8-track.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to interrupt this program. I just wanted to say that the count is in the house.
Yeah, this one's open already.
Count more on that a little bit later.
Right, he's all excited.
So yeah, Radioactive actually was it was a good bar chord exercise for me when I first started playing guitar. But yeah, I love that. I like that little goofy lead thing he played and Jimmy played on that, and I thought that was a great track. Next one, I don't actually have a physical copy of it, but I remember when it came out, and I actually gained a ton of respect for Duran Duran after hearing this. Power Station's version of Bang a Gong.
Yeah,
man, I loved that version back in the day. Man, I think that's what's kind of cemented some respect for the Duran Duran guys, and then of course Robert Palmer on vocals was tearing it up. But great version of that song. So there you go. There's my 10, 9, and 8.
All right, perfect. All right, sort over to Todd Evans. You are up.
Okay, so my number 10. I did rank these, but my number 10 is the Smiths' "Barbarism Begins at Home" from Meat Is Murder. One of the best riffs in alternative music, if not the best. And a bass solo. This song has everything. Great energy. Always been one of my favorites. So that's my number 10. My number 9, somebody mentioned it in the comments. I meant to jot down who it was, and I missed it. But Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. And I picked this because I think it's a really important song of that decade. And I think that 6/8 shuffle is memorable. And, people say things about songs. They'll say, I never get tired of this. I never get tired of this. But I truly never get tired of this. Whenever it comes on the radio, the volume goes up.
Yep.
So
Great song.
that's my number 9. My number 8 is REM, Feeling Gravity's Pull from Fables of the Reconstruction. That was the first time after those first 2 REM albums, which are mostly jangle pop. This was the first time we all got a taste of the fact that REM could be experimental, and that's one of the things I like about it. Very moody experimental track, and a great way to start off that album, which delivers more of the same. Those are my first 3.
Excellent. D-Rock or Honeymoon Suite, Feel It Again. Yeah, I didn't pick that. I could have. I do like that. Logan. Tony Hatch, Wrong Side of Town.
Yeah.
Streets, The Nightmare Begins.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, G-Tac, because Streets is going to be coming up on a show. What else? Russ Ballard, The Fire Still Burns.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
A good one. Oh, here we go. Rush, The Big Money from Power Windows. You made Todd Evans' night. All right, let's keep going. Let's DC.
Hello.
There he is.
Hopefully my audio is okay. We were having some issues before.
Well,
but-
you're distorted, but it's okay. I
holy
can hear
cats.
you. All right.
Well, anyway, here I am with some picks that half of you will absolutely hate. And these are in no order of how much I like them. The first one, I'm not bringing the guitar. In fact, I'm not bringing any musical instruments with my first choice. The song is called
Frozen in
suspense.
Time by Frozen
no.
Ghost.
Oh no!
Frozen with Madonna.
A Frozen Ghost reference.
Someone
Oh,
shake.
no.
Someone
Shake
I'm
shake him.
impressed.
Shake him, shake him.
Where'd he go? All right, we're gonna have to go
Frozen in
back
Time.
to. We're gonna have to go back to DC. Let's go to John the Music Nut. Keep this dog moving.
All right. Hopefully, I won't pause or freeze.
No, you've been all right.
All right, I
DC's
got-
just having tough time today. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got a guitar track here, but this is a different kind of guitar track. This is New Wave meets the Desert. And about time we get some more post-punk in here. I'm going with the Meat Puppets, Two Rivers.
Hold
From
on.
the Up on the Sun album.
Yeah,
You got to get up that graphic, but...
I got it. Hold on. I have to scroll a long time.
Oh, there
There
we
it is.
go. Yeah, Meat Puppets. One of the great post-punk bands, but they didn't really break through until the Backwater song from Too High to Die, which was 9 years later. But Up on the Sun is considered a classic in the genre. Every song on here is killer. They have these very these harmonies are unlike any that you'll ever hear, but they work. And Kirk Kirkwood was a fantastic guitar player. This song is very infectious, but it's very atmospheric. It's an excellent song. Two Rivers, my number 10. Number 9, Michael, Easter has come early. It's C-Cell Sanctuary by the Cults.
Yes.
What an infectious song.
Look at that. Look how I timed that.
Yes, you timed it perfectly, Grant.
There you go.
Now, maybe not their biggest hit, but perhaps their most memorable song. You still hear this song heavy these days. I saw Berlin last year, and they covered this song in their set. Excellent track. Very infectious song. Very memorable. The Cult, She Sells Sanctuary from Love is my number 9. Number 8, Let's Go, Hair Metal. Okay, this is from Under Lock and Key. This was the first single off the album. It's Dawkins. The song is The Hunter.
Yes.
And this was, when this came out, I thought they went a little too pop metal, but this song is just so memorable, and that rhythm just sticks in your head for days. It's a fantastic track. I love the chorus on here. George Lynch shines like the sun on the guitar solo. Excellent track. One of my favorites by Doc, and it is The Hunter from Under Lock and Key. That is my number 8. And Unchained
Excellent.
Night's awesome too, Jake. That's right. There you go.
There was a few songs I wanted to put on this list from that album, but
Yeah.
just got nudged out.
That's all right. It's okay. All right. Thank you, John the Music Nut. Let's throw it over to DC.
What the heck happened, man?
A space-time continuum
Wow.
issue, I think.
All right. Well, my number 10, as I was saying, there's no guitars on this. In fact, there are no instruments at all other than the voice. And it's Lost Horizon from Todd Rundgren's album Acapella.
Yes.
Right.
Every single sound on this album is made with Todd's voice, whether it's rhythmic, beats, background vocals, lead vocals, what you think is instrumentation. It's all his voice processed through something called, I think it was called an emulator. But this is like a 70s soul classic. Just a wonderful tune. I could have picked 3 or 4 other songs from this album, but I'll let Lost Horizon represent that album. My 9th pick is Piece by Piece by The Tubes. And if I was going to break with protocol here, I would have just chosen side 2 of this album, because it is like a dozen snippets of songs run one into another that creates kind of like a song in itself. Very similar, and Todd Rundgren produced this, very similar to Todd Rundgren's A Wizard, a True Star. But if I got to just pick a tune, I will pick Piece by The Tubes.
Excellent.
Number 8. When Love Breaks Down from Prefab Sprout, from the album Steve McQueen. Just kind of great, dreamy pop, great choruses, great male and female vocals playing off of each other. This whole album is really wonderful. One of my favorite albums of the decade. And if you haven't checked it out and you don't think, Marlon, please don't even waste your time with any of my picks. You probably just go get a sandwich when you know I'm going to come on. But if you like anything about my sensibilities about music, check this album out.
I love
Excellent.
it. I love that album.
It is a
It's a
fantastic
good record.
album.
I just recently picked up one for like it was in the cheapie bin. Can't remember the name. I haven't even listened to it yet.
Jordan, The Comeback, and this album are my favorites of them. From Langley Park to London is another good one.
That one. That's what I picked up.
Yeah, those are my three favorite of
I don't
them.
know. Yeah, so there you go.
Nice cover also.
Yeah, it's a great cover. All right, cool. So we're up to Sydney then.
Hello.
All right, now everybody. Okay, now
Be nice to Sydney. It's his first time on this.
Marlon,
top 10.
We are going to
dish
get
it out.
snarky.
Dish it out, Logan and Marlon. So
How's
get
my
ready.
How's my mic? First off, is it
You're
good?
fine.
Yeah,
You're
good.
fine.
Sound good.
All right. So my first one.
All Canadian, right?
From this
Now, I
album,
gotta find him. Where is he?
nice.
There he is.
and the song is "Lone Justice."
Wait a minute. Where is
Let's
it?
get it on the screen first, but it's this.
The Anthems.
Oh,
right?
hold on. That's one of the ones I have to load up.
I heard
Go ahead,
the
talk
band.
about it.
Go from the opposite. No, just keep going.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways,
I gotta
This.
work on. Okay.
so yeah, it starts off with this really cool bass riff and the drums, and then the guitars kick in, and I don't know. They've always been one of my more favorite thrash bands because of I don't know. They've got a lot of melody with Joey Belladonna. He's just
All right. All right. Now I'm gonna load it. Jesus, it's just too much. All right, go ahead.
Sydney, who do you like, Joey Belladonna or Bush?
I like Bush better than Armored Saint.
Oh, true. Good one.
Same here.
Good
Yeah.
one.
It almost sounded not alternative with him, but I don't know. It wasn't the same.
Oh, okay.
I even preferred the Neil Turbin, the first album. over
Oh,
that,
okay.
so.
Cool.
But yeah,
All
so
right.
then second one
I'm ready.
was from an album that was already chosen.
Oh, nice.
But this time,
Oh,
Lightning Strikes Again.
Yeah, good song. Good song.
Just great energy, great solo. George Lynch is amazing. Dawn could actually sing.
Where is the band from, Dokken? UK or
They're
America?
from
Los Angeles.
LA.
Yeah.
Here, baby. We're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
And then third one was taken already. Was out in the field.
Oh man,
Popular.
everybody's picking that one.
Oh yeah.
We gotta do a running the count because I think we're gonna have a lot of overlap tonight. I'm just feeling
No,
it.
not necessarily.
Really? Okay.
Little.
Logan, there's going to be a lot of fails. Are you new around here? The whole show's a fail. Come on.
Yeah.
Sydney's a virgin. But, where'd Marlon
Gary
go?
Moore's my guy, man.
I thought
Yeah.
Marlon would be dishing it out.
I think he went to make a sandwich during my commentary.
Logan says, "Stop yelling, DC.
Am I really like too loud?
You're
Is it still
overmodulated, but it's all
I don't know
right."
what the hell's going on. I'm turning this thing down.
I think
much
your
as I
mic's
can.
broken, or you might need a replacement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something's wrong with the mic.
my grandkids may have come in here and busted it up. Who knows?
Yeah.
They knew you were going
to.
to talk to Mark Farner and you're going to bust up your
So
equipment.
they would never do that.
All right, so Sydney, was that 3?
That
Sorry.
was.
That's the third one.
Okay, let me do mine. I'm going to start off. Oh, this is one of my favorite songs in 1985. Now, Marlon, don't even rank my list because you're just going to tear me apart. I'm going to go with the Simple Minds. All the things she said. Love this record. Love this song. I never get to. What's the problem, Byron?
I'm gonna thumbs down your picks just to piss you off. So go ahead.
It won't piss me off. I don't give a shit. That's my number 10. My number 9 is an artist who passed away. He's not with us anymore. but off of this record, Falco 3, I'm going to go with Vienna Calling. Yvonne, what do you think?
I love that. I love
What
that.
you do?
That's my guy, Falco. Yeah.
That's right. Falco's great.
From Österreich.
Heck yes, for God's sakes. And you like Simple Minds too, right? Yvonne,
I love Simple Minds. I love Simple Minds.
B and Bolt, calm down. All right, that's my 10. That's my number 9. Falco, number 8. I love this track too. Thompson Twins, Lay Your Hands on Me for Here's the Future Days, 1985. Yvonne. There he is.
Oh, it's so good.
I almost included that. That's a great track.
Great.
One of my favorite 80s groups.
Here's the Future Days is not quite as good as Into the Gap, but it's okay. I like it. I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't make me want to go vomit in the corner. Oh, look at you. Is that the 12-inch?
Don't mess with Dr. Dream 12-inch. It's a very, very nice 12-inch version.
Excellent. Yvonne, bringing it.
Don't go messing with his 12-inch record of his favorite band.
Right. So there you go. That was my number 8. Now we are going to go, well, Yvonne, you are up. Back to Yvonne.
Okay.
What's your next 3?
Yeah, my next 3. Okay. I think this is number 7, isn't it? Yeah. This is a 12-inch of level 42. And the song, of course, is Something About You. And this British jazz funk band, I've seen them live in my little town, Harstad. We're only 23,000 people here, but I saw them live maybe 10 years ago, live here in Harstad. And this song was maybe the song that is a typical 80s song, I think. Also Something About You, but that this song was the song that I listened to when I was on my first summer holiday alone, very late in I think it was September, October in '85, and I danced to this and I met some girls and everything, and I was so happy. And it was in Spain in '85. Very nice, good memories of this song.
So what was so good about those memories, Yvonne?
The girls, I think.
All right, Yvonne.
Yvonne's a battler, right? But Yvonne,
I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter.
That's right. Yeah. All right, excellent pick.
This one is a little special because this album here was released in America in '86. But the song I picked is Your Love. And Your Love was recorded in July in '85 and released in Europe in August '85. And of course, it was a hit in America in February '86. But for me, in Europe, it was a hit in '85. And this is an English rock band written by John Spinks, this song. And this is new wave power pop. And MTV released this song in February '86, but for me, it's an '85 hit. And
Excellent.
I love it.
Oh, I love it too.
Oh, I'd still say we're going to have a lot of overlap on this show.
Nope, not too much.
And then we come to number 5. And this is maybe a group that, and a song that maybe not so many people have heard about, but the Waterboys, this is the only big hit they have, The Whole of the Moon. And the album is This Is the Sea. This Waterboys is a Scottish band. And they was not so very big here, but they have a big hit with this. But in 1991, they was number 3 in UK. And then they break so very hot in whole Europe in 90s. But in 85 October, this was released. And I really, really like the vibe of this song. It's a good vibe feeling song. And the trumpet part of this, The Whole of the Moon, is so beautiful. So please check out this song if you have not listened to this. It's a very, very nice song. Number 5.
Bitchin' Camaro by the Dead Milkmen. I don't think that made it on our list.
I think it's a good choice.
It's a good choice. All right, Yvonne, that was good. Was that your 3?
That was his 3.
All right.
Yeah, that's what's my number 3.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete.
Go, Ernesto. Come on.
Go ahead, Ernesto. Go.
Okay. Excuse me.
Who wants to be introduced? All right, Ernesto, you are up. Welcome to the show.
So my number 7 is another LA band because I'm here to represent. So Malice, In the Beginning, Air Attack.
Wow.
Great.
Wow, look
song.
at Ernesto tonight.
Powerful
Love
vocals,
it.
great guitars. I mean, if you like Judas Priest, you're gonna like this album because this guy, the vocalist, sounds like Rod Halford, just American version. So you gotta dig this album and listen to it. but I picked Air Attack. There's great songs on there. Don't get me wrong, but I love Air Attack. That's just one of those songs you can hear in the car and pump it, man. Just jamming on it. Okay, so that's my number 7. My number 6, of course, is going to be, well, I don't like talking about this band too much because a lot of people talk about this band. It's called a little band called Iron Maiden.
Never heard of them.
Oh, okay. Live After Death, Aces High. This is a 10 out of 10 album, but I picked Aces High because it's one of those songs that just hits you like that when you're a kid and you're listening to this album. Not a kid, but teenager. And just, bam, this is just a great album. I can't speak anymore. That's it.
You made Michael Easter's Day on that one.
That's just killer right there. Live After Death. And then my number 5 is Two Sisters. Great vocalist, great guitarist. Heart, Never. Great song. Love that song, man. The whole album is good. Let's just say that.
Yep.
The whole
Agreed.
album.
Saw him twice on that tour.
Yeah, it's just a great album, But Never is one of those rockers that stand out, and don't be ashamed to crank it up, It's just one of those.
That's what the Wolf does for me. I love that. I love the Wolf.
Yeah,
great track.
Look at that.
Love that snarling riff.
And I had it on 8-track, but I couldn't find it. Sorry about it. I couldn't find it.
Now 85 though, Ernesto, that's pretty late for 8 tracks though.
Well, yeah, they've made them to like about 89 the last time.
Yeah, through the record club.
Right. So would that be a record club one in 85?
I think so, yeah. From my collection, I think yeah.
I like the song These Streets from the album Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's all subpar Heart, but it's all right.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my number 5. So I'm
chorus to die for on that song too. That chorus is awesome.
All right, number 5, BM Bolt, you're up.
All right. I don't think anybody's mentioned anything off this album yet. I had to pick something from this album because it's such a good album, in my opinion. And there's so many good songs in here. I was like, God, which one do I pick? But I'm deciding to go with, I'm going to go Fortress Around Your Heart off of the Sting's first album. There's really not a bad song on here.
Oh, it's a good record.
And, he kind of just jazzed things up a little bit on this album with the soprano sax, and I love the video from that tour they did. But yeah, that song is so good though. I mean, it's such a great album. So my next pick, this album was mentioned. I don't have the prop.
I got it.
He's got it. Grant's got it. I'm gonna go with "Some Like It Hot" by the Power Station.
Oh wow!
I mean, man, those drums. Just in your face.
Tony Thompson.
Yeah, Tony Thompson.
And, I'm not a Duran Duran guy.
You're not?
You guys all know that by now, probably. But yeah, there was something about this. Was it John? Were you the one who picked the track off this?
Yeah, I picked Bang a Gun.
I was more of a metal guy in the '80s, but this kind of gave that Duran Duran a little more cred for me after I heard it. That's what you were saying.
Same here. Yeah.
So it's a solid album. I used to own it. I don't have it anymore, but I'd pick it up again if I found it. So then,
and that cover is pretty saucy too.
Yeah. So last in '84, I brought up one of my favorite noodlers, and I'm going to go with another noodler tonight. You'll probably be getting a noodler every show for the next 5 or 6 years.
Oh goodness.
So I'm going to go off his debut, Tony McAlpine. I'm going to go with The Stranger.
Yes.
This is
Great
an incredible debut album for neoclassical shred. Just every song is so good on here. And he's a real melodic guy. It's not just all total shredding. He's got some pretty good melodies on here, but The Stranger really rocks pretty hard. I almost picked the title track too, which is a little slower and more melodic.
I think that was recorded in '85, but I think that came out in '86.
It says 85 on the back for the copyright, but it's hard to say.
Yeah. Copyright that. I go with copyright. Ladies and gentlemen, Dementia Cat. Show everybody. There he is.
Yeah, that's my third. That's my third
right.
one. So
Okay, excellent. All right, cool. Johnny Metal.
All right. Well, Ernesto mentioned this band already, but I'm going to go with a different track from Carmen Apice's new project he was doing, King Cobra, with future Wasp bass player Johnny Rod. Yeah, the song "Dancing with Desire." I love that. It was a great ballad. That album just has a lot of good memories for me. I love that entire album. I'm surprised I don't have a physical copy of it.
I'm surprised.
But Dancing with Desire was always a favorite ballad of mine. I liked Mark Free, now Marcy Free's vocals for that song. I just thought, great job. Okay, I believe someone in the comments mentioned this. You talked about Iron Maiden's Live After Death. You know, I saw that tour. I saw the World Slavery Tour in June. And Accept opened up.
Wow.
So yes.
Damn.
Yes, with Midnight Mover.
Yep.
The video that will kill an epileptic if you wanted it to.
Deja vu. Deja vu.
Yep. Love that. Great, it was great getting to talk about him on my music corner. So I'm trying to give myself a shameless plug here.
That's okay.
Up to the Limit episode 10 comes out this Wednesday for hanging out on death row with Reed Little. So that's a good one. So okay, my next choice. Now I realized that wow, that's a good pick, Count. But yeah, that didn't make my list, unfortunately.
Good pick. We'll give you a prop.
It is good stuff, though. Somebody had mentioned Motley Crue, Smoking in the Boys' Room. And while that is not my pick, and no, I am not picking anything from Theater of Pain, however, the opening band on the tour that I saw the Theater of Pain and John the Music Nut was actually in the arena at the same show. How about a little loudness?
There you
Rock
go.
and Roll Crazy Nights. We
I
are
saw
the
them open for
heroes
Crew
tonight.
on that tour.
Yep, that's when I saw them, and they absolutely wiped the stage with Motley Crue.
Yes.
They absolutely wiped the stage. So there you go. Little loudness.
All right.
Nice.
Excellent pick. Okay. Todd.
Okay,
Turn it
I'm
over
going
to
to
you.
abruptly shift gears from those three great picks. And I'm going to start talking about Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. And I could have picked a lot of songs from their 85 album Crush, but I picked the title track Crush. They were doing some experimental experiments at the time where they had been doing a lot of traveling in Japan. And so they were fascinated with what Japanese advertising sounds like. And so the track Crush is basically built off of a tape loop of some different commercial jingles from Japan. And then the only drums in it is kick drum and some shakers. And it's just really a spectacular track. It really got my attention, and very experimental and very interesting stuff. And the song ends with a thunderstorm. It's just very, very cool. My number 6 is The Cure, In Between Days.
Oh, yes.
And I really feel like, as great as The Cure was before Hand on the Door came out, In Between Days is where you sort of feel like, oh, they've jumped up to another level now. And so one of my favorite albums, production-wise, by Dave Allen. But yeah, The Cure, In Between Days from Head on the Door. And my number 5, you've heard...
Todd, the big question now, Todd. Have you heard the latest The Cure album that was
Oh,
released
absolutely,
last
yes. Yes.
You love it? It was very dark, but
Spectacular.
I love it. Very
Absolutely
nice.
spectacular.
There you have it.
I'm glad you brought
yes.
it up, Ivan.
I love The Cure.
Yes.
I will say this. I'm going to go out. I'm going to say this is the best Cure album since Wish.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. You must listen to it a couple of times, but it's getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally agree.
All
and then
right.
my number 5, you've heard it before, you'll hear it again. Prefab Sprout, When Love Breaks Down. What a spectacular song, man! When those drums and that groove kicks in, just a amazing production by Thomas Dolby on that record, and one of my favorite tracks. There are 4 or 5 more that you could have picked from this album.
Excellent. All right.
Very nice.
Very good pick.
All right. John, the music nut.
All right. Well, I'm going to co-sign with BM Bolt with my next pick. And he said it so well. Sting, Fortress Around Your Heart.
Wow.
The last song on the album, and it's fantastic. There were 4 hits off this album, and I think this is the song that's aged the best out of all of them. I mean, this is just a very classy, memorable track. Wonderful chorus on it, great sax playing. Excellent song. This was a top 10 song for Sting back in, I think this was the 4th single off the album, or maybe the 3rd. I think Russians might have been the 4th single, but
yeah,
excellent track. Great album, too. I think it was George Matthee was saying the first 4 albums by Sting are very good. I agree. Yeah, that's the best of Sting right there outside of Police. All right. Now, I know Todd already mentioned this band, but I'm going with a different song. This is from Fables of the Reconstruction, REM, and the song's Driver 8.
I almost picked that.
Wow.
Yeah,
great, phenomenal.
exactly. What a fantastic guitar line on this, and another great chorus. A great call and response between Michael Stipe and Mike Mills on that song. Excellent song.
Great
design.
bridge too. One of those
Thank
REM magical bridges where you just go,
Absolutely.
"Whoa, what just happened?" Yeah.
Right. Absolutely agree, Todd. Yeah, that's my number 6, Driver 8. Number 5. I don't know if anybody's talked about them in the comments yet, but another one of the great post-punk bands, one from the United States. This is off their album Tim, and it's Left of the Dial by the Replacements.
Yes.
A song dedicated to the bands that were on college rock, because they were always on the left-hand dial of the FM knob. Fantastic track. Another one, great chorus on here. Great. It's a great sing-along song. It's just fantastic. Paul Westerberg was in fine form on this. What a fantastic songwriter he is. And to me, Tim is the peak of the Replacements. A lot of people would say Let It Be, but I'm definitely a huge fan of the Tim album. It's fantastic. It's my number 5. Replacements,
All right.
Left of the Dial.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Top-notch work, John. All right.
Thank you.
DC.
All right. I still say there's a lot of overlap tonight because Todd and I with Prefab Sprout had the same tune. I'm going to go with Todd again with my next pick. Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I will echo what Todd said. I never tire of this song. This is an evergreen single for my lifetime. There is so much going on there. It's familiar, but you also notice little things, worked into the song, even after repeated listenings. Just one of my favorite singles of the whole decade. Again, I'm going to repeat what somebody else had picked with Power Station, Some Like It Hot. Mm-hmm. What an unusual group. You take Robert Palmer, who looks like a lounge singer from a 5-star nightclub back in the day, and you team 2 guys from Duran Duran and Tony Thompson from Chic, who does not approach his drums in this group like he did with Chic. He beats the shit out of them, and they sound great. Just so powerful, and just a massive presence in that band. Love it. And on for my next pick, I'll go with a soul pop tune. And you couldn't escape one of these guys back in the 80s. It's Philip Bailey and Phil Collins with Easy Lover. Just a great upbeat soul pop tune. Another one I never tire of. I like upbeat stuff. I'm not a doom and gloomer for the most part. So
you couldn't get away from that video on MTV.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Excellent picks. Okay.
All right,
Sydney.
So
You're up.
The band that Grant played on his Halloween episode.
Oh.
And the band is Halloween.
Where is it?
But Grant
Oh, there it is. Got it.
It's from the okay, got it. Victim of Fate from the EP. Starts off sounding like Paul Di'Anno era Maiden, and there's like this middle part where he's kind of just Kai Hansen's just talking, and it's really creepy. And then he just screams "Burn in Hell," and it goes into this great solo. Then it goes back to the verse again, and then it just picks up again at the end for another solo. It's just reminds me a lot of early Iron Maiden. It's just such a great, fast, heavy song.
Excellent.
Next, we're going with Canadian band Kick-Axe. I still haven't even opened it.
You haven't even opened that, and that's the Rock Candy CD.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, it's probably the most recent. It's the most one of the more recent ones that yeah, great song. And kind of the guitar almost has like a ram it down feel to it. I mean, it was 85, so my parents actually saw them in 87 in some small bar. They actually partied with them all night.
Nice.
Oh wow.
I guess the band liked how into it they were and just started partying with them.
Wow.
Rock and
Pretty
roll.
interesting.
And you were born in '87, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Was it like this?
I made that joke with my dad.
Oh, boy.
That's your album. That's your album.
Little that going on.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Little of that happening.
By the way,
All
that's
this.
that's the first time Grant got out of that chair.
I get out of this chair all the time.
They're actually watching this right now.
Well, they know what that is then.
Yeah. You know
They
what?
did
That
it.
album is good.
We
though.
love
That's
Sydney.
fun.
Sorry, Sydney's parents.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, Sydney, what's your next? Was that okay? That was. What's your next? You have
He's
one
got one
more.
more pick.
Next one's gonna be completely out of nowhere for. It's Grant probably has it.
Of course, I have it. I have multiple copies of it.
The song describes how I feel about the song, I guess. It's Loving Every Minute of It. By
That's
Lover.
how your parents felt when you were conceived.
Not the best album cover, but.
What's wrong with the album cover? It's just a bunch of Canadians hanging out.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it's kind of out of the Gene Simmons playbook, but
Right.
Hey,
Is that mandatory to listen to Loverboy and
it's such
Canada?
a great song. It's not like, I don't know, it's not really a pop song, but it's
Yvonne, it's probably up there with Rush and maybe
Anne Murray.
yeah.
I like the other Loverboy cover with
it's a
the
mix of Anne
lady
Murray
with
and Slayer. That's how I'll
Yeah.
describe it.
red roses.
Ken White. I bet Todd Evans would consider that.
To me, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so over to Grant.
Am I limble or nimble?
Oh my god.
Limber.
Limber.
I thought you were gonna go a little
Combination of
hard,
the two.
All right.
Sydney, I thought you were going to go a little hard, but it's okay. I won't.
He's
take away your
wimping
answer.
out, Ernesto.
I know Halloween to Loverboy.
Okay. See, all right. I got to scroll down to the bottom. Hold on, takes about a couple minutes. Okay, my number 7. Geez, it took forever to get there. I'm going to jump on DC for a minute. Not in a biblical sense or anything. But he mentioned,
We already had that with Sydney, so
he mentioned a great Todd Rundgren album, 1985's Acapella, and the song Pretending to Care. Absolutely emotional. It's you show me another song with any more emotion.
Yeah.
Todd Rundgren nails it. Absolutely beautiful track.
I had Lockjaw on my list from that album, and I cut it. It's in my honorable mentions.
It's so great though, and acapella deserves much more credit than it gets because it was cutting edge because he did it all on the emulator. And there's an interview that he did a couple months ago that's on YouTube. You should check it out because he talks about how he put it together. Yeah. Amazing. It's amazing. All right. This number 6 is dedicated to Sydney's parents. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. The Rose of England, Nick Lowe. Great. Saw Nick Lowe a couple of years ago, right after.
I even got the vinyl.
Yvonne, you got that?
No, I don't have that.
Oh.
I don't have that.
Wait a minute, everybody. Please stand back. Please stand back.
But I
You
have the
don't have
Christmas.
that?
I have the Christmas album that Nick Lowe made some years ago. That's a
might-
very good Christmas album.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yvonne won't be back for the next show. Anyway, I think it's great. I knew the bride when she used to rock roll. It's great. Dedicated to Sydney's parents. Number 5, previous member of the Babies. I love this track. I love this vocalist. I'm going to go with John Waite, Every Step of the Way from Mask of Smiles 1985.
Nice.
Try to find a CD of this from back in the day. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Cost you an arm and a leg. I should have pulled it. I've got it. But anyway, there you go. That was my 3. Excellent. Let's throw it over to Yvonne.
Yes. And number 4 is...
Oh, yeah. We got... Do your 4. Yep.
4, 3, and 2, and we save 1 to the end. Isn't it that we do
Yeah.
now? Yeah. And number 4 is, of course, Slave to Love. This is a 12-inch version of the song Slave to Love, and nearly 6 minutes with pleasure, good music. And if you remember the song Slave to Love, and if you skip to 1986 and remember a very nice lady called Kim Basinger in the movie 9.5 Weeks, they was playing this song. And that was one of my favorite movies from 86. But Brian Ferry, he played also this song in this Live Aid show in Wembley in July 85. So this is my number 4 song on the list, top 10 lists. Then we go to number 3. And number 3 is this is a 12-inch of Pop Life with Prince and the Purple and the Revolution. And Pop Life is a very simple, very the song is only it's not so long, but this is a 12-inch. Of course, it's over 6 minutes, and the drum machines do the hand clap in this song, and it's of course from the Around the World in a Day album. And Prince is one of my favorite. And the song number 2 here called Hello was maybe a song that he put out because he was not on the We Are the World record that was released in 85. So that was my number 3.
Excellent.
And number 2, that's from this movie here.
Yes.
Nice.
And of course, it's the Breakfast Club. And this is the 12-inch of Don't You Forget About Me. And this movie, The Breakfast Club, maybe the best movie from the 80s to talking about about young people. Is people who sit in the classroom after the school is closed, and they have discussion and they learn about each other. And so many different type of youth are in this classroom. Yeah. So this movie here is so good. And Simple Minds is of course a Scottish rock band, and this is one of the 80s anthem song, and was number 1 in USA and Canada. And I think it's written by a guy called Keith Forsey, and he was the drummer of Georgie Moroder. And Roger Moroder was the guy behind Donna Summer and Bad Girls and everything. And he first asked Brian Ferry and Billy Idol to use this song, Don't You Forget About Me, but they say no. And Simple Minds, they say yes after some discussion. And Jim Carrey from Simple Minds, he also added it La 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 at the end of the song. That was not on the original song. So this is a typical 80s song. Don't You Forget About Me. Yeah. I love it.
It's a perfect song, though.
Probably one of the most played songs on the radio.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's so crazy that they really didn't even take the song seriously, to record it. They just thought, let's just do it and see what happens. And boy, they're probably more known for that song than anything else they ever did.
Yep.
2 other movies in 85. There was Back to the Future and of course St. Elmo's Fire. 2 good movies from 85.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right, what's your number 1, Yvonne?
What's your number 1?
So you want my number 1?
I want your number 1.
Okay. This is the best song ever from the 80s, and of course, it's Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. And this song is so perfect now because you have the election now in America. I don't want to talk about that, but this song here is so good. And Tears for Fears is one of my favorite band. They have just released a new album with 3 or 4 new songs, and with very nice cover with a man with an astronaut on the cover in the flower around, and it was released 2 weeks ago. But Tears for Fears synth band, and this was also a song that they use a Cold War anthem. And I can tell you that this song was banned in UK when they have this first Gulf War in UK in 1990-91, because it was not so good to play that when UK was fighting the Gulf War. But of course, this is Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, my favorite song from the 80s.
Excellent. All right, Yvonne, thanks so much. Great picks. Yvonne,
if it was me,
brings
I
it.
would have. If it was me, I'd have gone with Shout from that album personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was released the year before on single, so that's 84, but so if you want to be exactly right,
If you want to go back in time and change your pick.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll allow it.
All right. Zartan 69.
Mr.
Okay.
Ernesto.
Another LA band. A great LA band. A
Oh, yeah.
legendary LA band.
Oh, God.
The Cult. She Sells Sanctuary.
yes.
God, everybody's in sync, I think, because the songs are matching up pretty good. So I love that. Just the great album, great song. Ian Asbury. I mean, the guy, nobody sounds like him except Jim Morrison, but he's dead.
And Glenn Danzig.
Well, yeah, Danzig's more Elvis, but that's okay.
Yeah, but he's a crooner.
Yeah. So that's my number 4 classic tune right there. Love it. And my number 3, German band. A German band.
The German band.
A very German band who John Clauser and John the Music that have been talking about recently. And the band is upset. And the song is Midnight Mover.
Nice.
Amazing. That's just a kick-ass song, man. Let me just tell you. Kick-ass song. The video is kick-ass. One of the best videos you've ever seen with mirrors. I mean, it's just, back in the day, they had their shit together. They knew how to do it without special effects and CGI.
No. You know who did mirrors better?
Who?
Flock of Seagulls. Come on.
Oh, okay, all right. But
Come
were
on,
pretty
bring
close.
it on.
Pretty close. Love that song, though. Okay, so great song. Love it. On my number 2, Triumph. Live stages. You got it?
Nice.
Come on, man. Don't pressure
Never
me.
Surrender. One of my favorite
down.
bands. Love Never Surrender. I could have picked any song from that album. The whole album is great. And but I picked Never Surrender because it's more of a classic. Got it on 8-track. So that's a killer album
Jeff
right
says
there.
the Cult is not an LA band.
Of course it is.
They're from England.
They're
Well,
from British.
no.
The Cult's
based in
British.
LA. They're based in LA.
Well, they're British.
Whatever.
Louder than life. That Seagulls video is basically mirrors, dry ice, and tin foil.
And Hairspray. Don't forget Hairspray.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
That's right.
Oh God, that is so true. It's just a horrible video, but
Yeah. But it was pretty cool back then, man. Hey,
well, it's a great record, man. That's a
yeah,
great
it's a
record.
Same as Accept.
Oh,
Great
louder than
record.
life. I just have to chuckle.
All right, so Stages, like I said, Never Surrender, great song, powerful album. The whole thing is good. My number 1 has been talked about already. No, really? Okay, so nobody's talked about my number 1. And I just have to mention that he's Irish and that he's a guitarist, one of the best, Gary Moore, Out in the Fields.
Never heard of him.
Oh, overlap. I'm telling you, folks.
I
All
know.
right, there's
Three
overlap.
people picked that.
Repetition.
This must be the greatest song of 1985.
This whole album, you know why this
That
album is good?
album's great. Yeah.
This album is good because Glenn Hughes is on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
I've
makes
never
it good.
heard it.
Oh,
I'm embarrassed to say I have
the
not
song
heard
Run
that
for
one.
Cover is good, but Out in the Fields is the single, and it's just, political in a sense, but it's still a great song. Oh, look at Byron. He's got the Japanese version.
Yep.
Look at him.
Show that again. Oh, let's see the black triangle.
I don't have the strip though. Yeah.
No, the seat. Oh, it's a black triangle. Oh, ooh, you want to sell that?
I'll have to look it up, see what it's worth.
Yeah.
No, well, I was going to give you a couple bucks. How'd you get that? Why do you have the black triangle version of it?
I bought that late 80s, maybe early 90s when I saw it.
You bastard.
I used to have the picture disc of this on vinyl. I got a lot of Gary Moore stuff though, but I did sell a few things. So.
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't get rid of that.
So that's my number one, guys.
Excellent,
Good stuff,
Ernesto.
Ernesto.
Thank
Nice.
you for bringing it like you always do.
That's
You're the
right.
man. All right, up next, we are going to go with Mr. BM Bolt.
All right. I think I saw somebody mention this one in the comments, but nobody else has mentioned anything off of this. To me, this was the last good album they did.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to go with Cannonball off of this album.
Nice.
It's a pretty long track on the
Look at
album.
that. Look at that, baby. Look at
7 or
that.
8 minutes.
Oh, have you ever seen the
Look at the
8-track of
A-track.
that? I
Look
have
at that.
never
Yeah,
seen
still
it.
sealed one yet too.
Steel,
Oh,
baby.
nice.
But
Never seen that ever.
great track.
Ivan,
is-
eat your heart out. Ivan, eat your heart out.
The horns on this
Cannonball is
are
one of the
incredible.
coolest songs ever recorded.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
just 6 minutes of just awesomeness.
I need to go pull mine. I've got the 12-inch of that. Yvonne, you got the
You
12-inch?
too.
I don't have that 12-inch, but I have the record.
We beat him.
Yeah.
He's got it in the background.
win.
He's got something in the background.
The
What's
longer
that?
longer that track is, the better it is. It
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the
Cannonball's
horns on there, I
brilliant.
just love it, man. Ugh.
What a drum sound too.
That whole record, though, sounds wonderful.
And Siebenberg with the bass drum behind him and just boom. It's just so cool.
So good.
But I think Supertramp. I love Supertramp. I have nearly every records of Supertramp. But I thought people talk down Supertramp. I love them. Do you have a show about Supertramp, Grant? Do you have that?
Which one?
Supertramp? Do you have a show with Supertramp?
Where do you want me to? Oh, well, no, but
Don't show.
there will be now, Yvonne.
Yeah,
you
you
do
should be.
have one, Grant.
Oh,
I
I
do
have
have
one. I have one.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
Just be
Supertramp
careful.
is so
Just be
good.
careful with that indelibly stamped album cover.
I have that.
I've got 2 CD. I got the West German CD of that, I think.
You'll get demonetized quick on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch out.
Sorry,
All right.
BM. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Right.
Sorry to interrupt you,
Okay.
sir.
Somebody already picked this track. Oh, Ernesto picked it, but so I'm gonna go off of the actual album, "Hungry for Heaven." Not my favorite Dio album. Probably I'd rank it 4th, maybe. But there's some really great tracks on here. But "Hungry for Heaven," yeah, there's just something about that track. It's kind of got that riff that it starts with. It reminds me kind of "Won't Get Fool." Is it "Won't Get Fooled Again" or Bob O'Reilly? Bob O'Reilly. Da, da, da.
Right.
True.
Yeah. But man, it's such a great song. It's real accessible, real crossover track for
It's a
him.
different version.
Campbell,
Like,
man.
a little bit.
Give me
Isn't the version on Vision Quest a little different than what's on Sacred Heart?
I think
I
so,
don't have
John.
Vision Quest on
It
that.
might, yeah.
It might be.
Seemed
It
like
is
I heard
totally
that, yes.
different.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about
so-
Rock and Roll Children?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a great track.
those two are both really strong tracks. There's a few other really good tracks on there. There's a few that I'm not that high on. Vivian left the group shortly after that. I don't think things were really working in the studio for them at that point. So yeah. All right.
Wait a minute. I got to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I got to throw this over to Johnny Metal. What is this album called Stay Hard
Yeah, Stay Hard. That's
by
the first.
Raven?
That's the first album that they recorded for Atlantic. it kind of gets away from their more raw and raucous sound and more kind of a streamlined, polished sound before they did like The Pack Is Back, which is really really mainstream, accessible sounding. But they're not bad albums. They're just not ones I tend to run. Well, Pack Is Back I like, but oh god.
What the hell, Count?
Jeez, Count.
What's happening with the Count?
But Stay Hard's not a bad album. It's it's not as it's a little bit of a step down from the first 3 albums, but it's still not a bad album.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the video was
Gigi Allen is a disturbing,
Gigi Allen is
human being.
Yeah, he was a very disturbed. Knowing Gigi Allen, that was really
it was probably his encore.
Yeah,
he would probably do that kind of stuff on stage.
Oh yeah,
wow. Yeah.
Kyle says, "Simmer down, Count.
Simmer down. Simmer down."
All right, what's your number 9?
Okay. I'm gonna go off this Afterburner album, but I'm gonna pick Rough Boys, which is some people might give me some slack for that track. I don't know.
What? Because it came out in '86.
Oh, that's a good song.
BM, I have that on 8
Look,
track.
he's checking the
I
date.
gotta check. I don't even know, man.
My CD
I
says
think
85.
it's 85. I think it's 85.
85.
on that.
I don't know. I think it's 86.
It's kind of a power ballad by them, but
Right.
when I hear that track, I hear Ronnie Montrose' Speed of Sound.
Yeah.
With that guitar sound and that
Yeah.
feel. And I know Jeff Beck said that he actually loved that guitar solo on there. And I actually saw a version of him playing it with ZZ Top. I don't remember what year it was. And I was like, wow, I'd never seen this before. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about when he breaks into that solo, it just gives me goosebumps. So I always like that track. And then my last track, I had a million tracks, and I had to pick one for my last one. And I went with, I don't have that, but Grant.
I've got it.
I'm going to go Road to Nowhere by Talking Heads because I just love this album.
Wonderful track.
There's so many good songs on here, but I don't know. I like the way it starts out. It's kind of got that gospel choir thing going on. And it kind of reminds me, it's got kind of a Cajun feel to it at times, I think, with the accordion and just kind of the beat they're going with. But it's such a great album. So many good tunes on it, but I had to pick one, so I went with that. So that's my last one.
But Grant, the CC Top
sir.
album is 85, and the Rough Boy is also 85. I've double checked it. It's 85.
All right, perfect. Louder Than Life. Yes. DC mentioned that already.
I mentioned that my first pick.
Oh, I mean BM Bolt mentioned it. Sorry, one of these guys. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, thank you. Who was that? BM Bolt. I'll be damned. All right, Johnny Metal, you're up.
All right. So I have a feeling this is what's awaiting me after getting us going on Sydney's parents and his conception. So how about the Count has mentioned this song, Little Slayer, Hell Awaits.
There you go. LA Band.
What a song when I first heard that album in 1985 as a teenager. Ooh.
I think so.
Boy, when I thought the Wasp album was the life-changing thing, boy, that one was just as life-changing to really experience those early Slayer albums. But thankfully, the kind of person that I really am, I go to the other side and call myself a soldier under command. So, here we go. This is a good photo op for everybody. Here we go.
There you go. Yeah.
That's like heaven and hell.
Yeah. I think I did an album like this, but I had to Hell with the Devil instead of Stryper, Soldiers Under Command. But anyway, so there you go. You gotta if I'm gonna go Slayer, I gotta include Stryper too. Now the next one I don't have a physical copy of, but this came out on like a little bit of a novelty album of sorts. And Mean Gene, we're gonna take you back into the wrestling ring.
Oh no!
And we're gonna hear one of the most memorable open or entrance songs you'll ever hear, and that is "Real American" from the WWF, the wrestling album. Now,
Oh no!
Wow.
now, a fun little factoid. Everybody associates that song with Hulk Hogan. This is for all the wrestling fans.
I know.
That was not originally his song.
That's right.
It was for a tag team called, I think they were called the U.S. Express or the American Express.
U.S. Express.
And Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. So that actually was their song, because I think for the longest time Hogan was still coming out to Eye of the Tiger for a while.
Or that Hulk rules song that's on there too.
Something. But yeah, then by the time Wyndham and Rotunda left, then he took over Real American. So yeah, it wasn't always Hogan's song. So,
But
so
is
there you
that
go.
music? Is that music?
What that? The entrance song? Oh yeah,
it's not.
yeah. It's yeah.
Rick Derringer wrote it.
Yeah, Rick Derringer wrote and
Okay,
performs and
okay.
sings on it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Johnny Metal throwing us a curveball.
Well,
You didn't
I
see
mean,
that coming.
I didn't see that.
No, of course. But what would you expect from a wild child?
That's
Come on.
right. Here you go. Here you
You
go.
know, I mean, enough said. Go check back our Wasp Wednesday series. That's all you need to know.
And there it is, louder than life predicted the future.
You,
All right,
you and me,
excellent.
louder in life. We got it.
All right. Thank you, Johnny Metal, for our metal dose. You and Ernesto are like, and Sydney, just like metal, metal, metal. All right, cool. Mr. Evans, you are up.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Robert Plant and an album that a lot of Robert Plant fans don't like very much, but
Oh.
I like it a lot.
I like it.
But
I like it
even
a
people
lot.
who don't like this album will agree that Little by Little is the best song on it.
So it's
I
not.
think
Sixes
I
and
think
sevens is better.
it might. Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
Sixes
all,
and
I
Sevens
like
is
all of
also
it.
fantastic. But yeah, Little by Little is great. Great drum sound, just a great track. It's one of Robert Plant's best songs, and who cannot sing along with "I Can Breathe Again"? Who cannot do that along with it? My number 3 is Sade.
Oh,
Is It a Crime? And I
nice.
can remember hearing the first Sade album and thinking, man, wouldn't it be great if she went like full on jazz, like with a big band and everything? And Is It a Crime comes out, and I was like, yes, that's what I wanted. What a great song!
She is so good.
Spectacular arrangement.
She is so good.
Just an amazing performance from top to bottom. One of my favorite songs of all time. And a lot of people are going to be surprised that I'm picking this as my number 2 and not my number 1, but Rush Marathon,
Oh,
Nice.
which is,
Oops. And I am surprised.
in my opinion, the best Rush song, the best key change of all time, and one of the best bridges of all time, and just a moving, powerful track. And this is, I think Rush peaks here.
I didn't pick it because I knew you were going to.
Thanks. You
He
could
Yeah,
was
John,
going to
dude.
make an appearance.
Todd, you've made a lot of people happy in the chats. They've been clamoring for Rush since we started tonight. So
There, look at this. Great song, Todd. Great live, too.
yeah, you
Well,
made a lot
somebody-
of people very happy.
Somebody picked Big Money, didn't they? Was that in the
Yeah.
comments? Or that's
Someone
another
picked
great
Big Money.
pick.
And Grand
Another
Design.
great pick. Yeah. But
Well, it's made an
Grand
appearance.
Designs, absolutely. But my number 1, it's already been talked about, and it's one of the coolest songs of all time, Supertramp Cannonball. And
There you go.
man,
Yeah.
what a drum sound on this record. David Kirschenbaum, wow. And if you're one of those people out there that dismisses Supertramp after Roger Hodgson leaves, you are missing out.
Yep.
Rick Davies and the band from here on, pretty much from here on out, made some really fantastic music. And
The cover has a nice feeling. If
it does, yeah. It's very,
Yeah.
very well designed. Very well
Yeah.
designed. And the video to this is just out of this world. If you want to see a cool live performance, the video just smokes. It's so good. But that's my number one.
Yeah, Todd was a guest on one of the listening parties we did a couple of months ago, and he played a later track from
10th Avenue
Supertramp.
Breakdown.
That was great.
That was great.
Absolutely phenomenal. And
I'm gonna
was
play this tomorrow.
So happy everybody liked that
I
too.
prefer Rick
I
Davies over
loved it.
Roger Hodgson, anyways.
And I
Yeah,
keep
what was that, Sydney?
I prefer Rick Davies'
So,
voice, anyways.
I always have. Yeah, I always have.
I'm making a note because
Great
I
minds.
was
Sydney,
meant to pick it
Sydney,
up
you
and I
like
didn't.
Supertramp?
Oh yeah, I was gonna pick the title track off of that, but
Your parents like
that's so
Supertramp?
good.
yeah,
Brother Where You Bound is so good.
David Gilmour that does the
Yeah.
solo. isn't it?
Yeah, David Gilmour's on it. It's phenomenal. All right, cool.
Scott
Excellent.
Gorham's
Number
on there,
one.
too.
All right, John the Music Nut, you are up.
All right, so we're gonna go back to Accept here, but I'm going with a different track. The
Uh-oh.
title of the series that John and I are doing on his channel, My Music Corner. I'm going with Up to the Limits.
Oh, yeah.
Melody meets menacing. What a fantastic track. Those riffs on there are amazing. Excellent. He just lets those power chords ring on that. Excellent track. Very, very catchy. One that they still do on occasion live, but this album, top to bottom, is fantastic. This is when Accept got more melodic, but they still kept that metallic crunch. Up to the Limit. Fantastic track. That's my number 4. Number 3, Scotty P. By the way, killer pick there with the Church Tantalized. That's a fantastic track. Scotty P and I believe Killing Floor 68 might have mentioned this band.
I don't know.
Cut out.
Hold on, you ready?
Yeah, cut out for a second.
Oh yeah,
All
you
right.
cut out.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going with Killing Joke from Nighttime, Love Like Blood.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
This song, if you've never heard it, listen to it because it is so infectious. It is just killer. The guitar lines on this are awesome. That bass is just like pumping there. This whole album's killer. But this is probably the most popular song. This or maybe 80s from that same album were probably the most popular songs that Killing Joke did, and they were ahead of their time. If they came along a few years later, they would have been a much bigger band with their sound. But Love Like Blood from Killing Joke is my number 3. Number 2, surprised this hasn't been mentioned yet, particularly since this song gained a new life to a new generation in the Stranger Things show. But I loved it.
I thought about it.
What's that?
I thought about it.
Oh, okay. Going with Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill from Hounds of Love.
Great record.
Oh, now I've never owned this record, but I've always loved this song. Excellent track. I mean, just again, so infectious. What a wonderful vocal from Kate. What a wonderful chorus too.
Mhm.
Fantastic song.
Yvonne, is that black vinyl or is that the marble?
I have everything with Kate Bush. I
Of course
think
you.
I have, yeah,
Yeah.
Yvonne's got it all.
Nice.
it's black. It's black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friend
But
of
I
mine,
think I have an extra copy of it. Maybe that's
Yeah.
a friend of mine found that marble vinyl at the Goodwill a couple years ago for $1.
Wow.
I would have picked it up for $1.
Wow.
I'll buy that for $1.
I'll buy that for a dollar.
I might have a marble one. I don't remember.
we're waiting for the new album. She had said that she will come out, but it's delayed and delayed. But it's one more space for the new album of Kate Bush box.
Nice.
All right.
All right. And last but not least, More Tears for Fears Love.
Wow.
Songs for a Nervous Planet. The live album is out now, and it is excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 new songs. The new songs are good, but the live songs, it's like they're playing in your living room.
Yeah, I buy
How
it.
immaculate the recording is.
I almost went to see him on that tour, but I think Hall & Oates was playing with him.
I saw that tour. Yeah.
You saw it. Okay.
Yeah,
How was
they were
it?
great. They were
I
great.
should have went.
Really, really
Oh,
good.
well.
I saw him on that tour too, and it sounded exactly. The new album sounds exactly
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, it's on my list to see. I must see them live.
You have to. They're fantastic.
That was a great bill too, because both bands sounded really good.
God, I forgot to
Completely-
put the graphic up.
Completely different from each other.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm
That's
going
great
with
stuff.
Shout When you saw them, Tears for Fears were with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd?
Yeah.
Okay. When I saw them, Garbage were playing with them. Maybe I saw them the tour before.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm going with Shout. When this and Everybody Wants to Rule the World, I think are two of the best pop songs of the decade. Fantastic track. And the guitar solo, that lyric guitar solo that takes the song out, I think is the finest lyrical guitar solo you'll ever hear. You want to talk about guitar solo you could sing? That's Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What a wonderful track. I mean, for a metalhead 1985, I adored this song then and I do now. Shout. There you go.
It was on the radio so much, John, back in the day. I mean, they played it so much. It was,
and I never, what was crazy though, is normally I get sick of songs that got played so much. I never got sick of this one.
Right.
Yeah. Or Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Right. I think Tears for Fear has a real knack for writing timeless evergreen pop songs that for some reason you just don't get tired of them no matter how many times they're played in the course of your life. I mean, that's my thinking about these guys.
I totally agree. They are better than Beach Boys.
Wait, what?
They are better than Beach Boys. Tears for Fears are better.
Well, it depends on what era of the Beach Boys you're talking about.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, if you're talking 15 big ones.
I have the big ones.
Yeah. All right, cool. Excellent. Good choice. Excellent. We're send it over to DC.
All right, last four, and these are not done in an order of how I like them, just 10 that represent that year and what I overall like. We go from Phil Collins and Philip Bailey with Easy Lover to another pop, soulish funk tune with In Excess with What You Need.
Yeah.
And it's a great tune, and it's just like, it's a foot stomper, it's a toe tapper. Like it quite a little bit. Next one, everyone, we've had quite a few mentions of Heart here tonight. I'm going to go with These Dreams. But there were like just 4 or 5 songs off this album. And yeah, this isn't your Heart of the 70s, but pop's not a bad word to me. So this is a wonderful album, and there are wonderful tunes on this album. And These Dreams is my favorite of all the tracks here.
I agree.
Now, I think, John the Music Nut, did you mention...
it was John.
The Replacements.
Yes.
Okay. From that album, Tim, I'm going to pick Swingin' Party.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was almost going to pick Waitress in the Sky because it's just so dang funny. And this, for me, is when I started getting into Replacements. For my old soul, those older albums, those earlier albums were just too rough around the edges for DC, who was an old man even in his young adulthood. But I do like Swingin' Party. This is when I really started paying attention to Replacements and Paul Westerbergen, what an outstanding songwriter he is.
Absolutely.
So, and also another song and group that's been mentioned, I think it was Yvonne. My last pick is going to be Your Love from the Outfield, which is just another one of those evergreen pop rock tunes that I never tire of. Great vocals, just an interesting song. It's familiar, but there's like little twists and turns in this tune that set it apart. So that's my 10.
I don't know, Jeff. Don't you think the track started on Private Audition? Throwing it out there.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, no one even knows Private Audition by heart, really, do they?
Don't tell Martin that.
Yeah.
No, he likes Passion Works.
Okay.
But then that was from a Canadian, so that comment doesn't count.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Nothing counts there, Sydney. Boom, he got you.
All right.
All right, cool. In fact, Sydney, you're up.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm surprised Johnny Metal didn't go with this.
Oh.
Oh.
Overkill.
Oh, nice.
The album, Field of Fire.
Gotta go down to the other end. There we go.
Yeah, and Hammerhead.
Good album.
Great heavy song. Could have gone with pretty much any song on the album, but I didn't even have it on my original list. Then I was going through Wikipedia, seeing what came out that year, and I'm like, oh, this is 85, so I can't leave this off. So yeah.
Looks like a Leonard Skinner album cover,
Oh,
doesn't it?
Well, yeah, Street Survivors. Yeah, before they pulled that sucker.
That'll work for Wednesday's show.
That's a
on the
doppelganger.
Contrarian.
The plan is,
Oh,
burning. The pain is
there you
burning.
go, John. You can have it.
Yeah,
Well done.
I have my picks already, but yeah.
All right.
All right, Cindy, keep going.
next
Hey,
one.
yeah, go
Johnny
keep
Metal, I
going,
wanna
sorry.
cover his ears for, because it's
I'll,
leader of the pack.
I'll take it.
I actually like their cover of Leave. Oh, you ruined it, Grant. I was messing with them. It's Kill or Be Killed.
No.
Oh, sorry.
That is one of the better songs on that album.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I was gonna say it was Leader of the Pack, but no, yeah, I don't like that song.
I don't know. I remember they used to play that on the radio.
Yeah.
No, it's not that it's a bad song. It's just they shouldn't be doing it.
That's right, BM.
I like
don't
Be
know.
Cruel to Your School, though. I actually like Be Cruel to Your School. But yeah, no, Kill or Be Killed is easily the best. That and the title track. But yeah, Kill or Be Killed, great song.
Mm.
And then this is a Johnny Metal pick as well.
Mm-hmm.
From the same album, Last Command, but I went with Blind in Texas.
Oh, good song.
You
Yeah.
made Johnny Metal's day.
Good
Music
one.
video with the random ZZ Top cameo. Just makes it even better.
Armadillos. Mm-hmm.
It's just hilarious.
You know, the
video.
Blackie Lawless in the same room with armadillos make me really
weird.
concerned.
It was a bit odd.
Oh, look, Jeff says you win.
You're the winner, Sydney. Ding, 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 ding.
Because you
but
lined
Jeff-
up with Mr. Halverson. You finally look at you.
But
Where's
Jeff,
Brian?
I picked Wild Child for crying out loud. Don't I
Yeah.
win something?
I don't. I just
I completely pissed Marlon off. He left the show after my picks.
Marlon left. He couldn't handle it.
F this.
It was probably time for his pills.
What about Ball Crusher? Ball Crusher's a good song too.
Hasn't aged well for me.
Or that Fistful of Diamonds. Fistful of Diamonds is good.
That's a great one.
Well, that's a good one.
All right,
Widowmaker.
Sydney, you still got another one,
All
right?
right.
And
Yep.
the last one is Noodling. Going with Ingve
Oh, wow.
Nice.
with I Am a Viking.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Great,
Great
song. Jeff Scott
Nice.
Toto makes that song though. His voice without that. But yeah, like he's just such a great singer.
Yeah.
Great riff.
Better
Well,
than
Yvonne's
Ingve
in-
singing a stool.
Yvonne,
going
does that make-
for
Does that
town.
make Ingve a Viking?
No,
Come on.
no, he's from Sweden. He's not a Viking.
No, no.
No, it's only the people from Norway that is Viking.
No, we're the
Right, if
Viking.
he was from Norway, he could be a Viking.
Viking, fake.
He's a fake Viking. Yeah.
Nothing
Kind of
worse
disappointed
than
in
Swede, the
Yngve.
Norwegian.
Yeah. Hey, you guys ain't letting Sydney finish. Go ahead, Sydney.
Hey, of course, Sydney, to go ahead.
Yeah, it's such a great song. I don't think it would have been as good probably if it was an instrumental. But yeah, his voice on that though. Such an underrated singer. I don't think he did
All right.
too much after.
His voice got better over the years. I thought.
Almost has like a Dio
Yeah.
voice.
I've got a lot of stuff with him on it. So
Yeah.
I saw him sing for Journey one time.
Yeah, he did do a stem. Yeah.
And did you like it or not?
Yeah, it's fine. If you've ever heard the Soul Circus album that he's on with him and Neil Schon, there's a couple things where it sounds like Journeyman. I swear to God. Like, wow.
But he had a deeper voice until he went high, but like his voice was a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah.
He's done a lot of albums over the years. A lot.
Back when Yngwie was not just wailing away 20 miles an hour,
Yeah.
he was actually playing songs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard I Am a Viking, so I can't.
That just proves my point, though. He needs a singer to
Yeah.
elevate himself because he doesn't know how to sing. He can't sing at all.
Very Dio sounding. It does sound like it could have been on one of the first two Dio albums.
No.
Yeah, snarling riff. I always love that groove of that riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Sydney. Appreciate it. Let's wrap this dog up. My number 4, I'm going to go with Night Ranger Sentimental Street because I can't help myself. Because I like it. I mean, yeah, it's a clone of that other track, but whatever. I like it. It's good. I mean, come on. Kelly's vocals on that, killer. And this one, I can't help myself, but Todd Evans totally had this, totally picked it, and I had to pick it as well. Little by Little
Yay.
by Robert Plant. I cannot not pick it.
Overlap. Lots of overlap tonight.
I love it. I love it. It's one of the best tracks in 1985. Number 2. So people can give me more shit. Rick Springfield, State of the Heart.
I wanted to pick that, but I cut it.
But I love it.
Well, you're taking the heat off me, Grant. If only Marlon was here.
I don't care. I
don't
love
care
it.
either.
Good song.
I love it. I think all that Rick Springfield stuff from that time period is great. And this is not necessary. That's really not my number 2, but they have to number them some way. My next one, I'm going to go with Howard Jones. Things Can Only Get Better from Dream into Action, 1985. Saw him on the 80s cruise, and he was phenomenal.
Ivan, go get the album. Hurry up. We'll wait.
Yvonne, you got it?
I have the album, but I have not it here. I don't
Oh, okay.
He's probably got 7 copies of it.
I like Rick Springfield too, and I did go to a Springfield concert. He did something I've never seen anybody else do, and it's because there's so many ladies that like him. They bring him bouquets of flowers, and he'll do this Pete Townsend windmill thing and hit the floral bouquet with the flowers, and it's just like fireworks. It's actually pretty cool.
DC
What a
got
fun
pelted.
fact.
DC got pelted with flowers.
See, okay, people are giving me some love. They said it was a good choice. Night Ranger.
See? That's the key to these shows, folks. Find the people that are a part of the panel, and you know who resonates with you, and the ones that, hey, it's probably not going to be for me. So that's the value of having a varied crew here.
Was that your number 1, Grant?
Well, it's not really my number 1. I
That was
couldn't.
the last one.
I went with Howard Jones. Things Can Only Get Better.
I have 3 honorable mention at the end for me.
Oh,
Can
we
I
know
do
that,
it very
man,
fast?
right?
I got a bunch.
What?
Yeah. It's of course Mr. Broken Wings. A
Nice.
perfect song. It was very
Yvonne, I could kill myself for not picking Kiri. How did that slip my mind?
Curie also. And Scritte Politti. I love Woodbees, Pray Like a Rita Franklin. This is a very, very nice album, and the song is very... Scritte Politti is a UK group. And the last one is The Family. And
Yes!
I got that CD. I got that CD.
The first time you heard Nothing Compares to You, and this was in 85, and Prince have written the song. And the second time was Sinead O'Connor in 1990, and then of course Prince also performed it afterwards. But the Family album here is very nice.
Yeah, great choice, Yvonne. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that album. I had it back in the day. Great album.
Rick needs a wrench.
Yeah, Rick.
Right.
Rick, he's in the Family. He's from New Orleans. He's a friend
Oh,
of
he
mine.
is.
Yeah.
Well, if he's a friend of yours, he's a friend of mine. What is that
Yes.
song? It's a song. Hold on, Rick. I'll give you a wrench real quick.
This was so fun. Fun show. I like it.
Who else has some honorable mentions before we wrap it up?
I got some.
Go ahead, man.
All right, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, Sydney.
Okay.
Sydney, you can go. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got some too, so.
I had to leave them off because I thought Marlon would roast me, but he's not even here. Anyway, I was gonna go with a song off of this album.
Oh,
Now we can roast you.
Bon Jovi was a good band prior to whatever they are now. But yeah, I don't know. They were really no different than any other 80s hair band, I guess. And I like that stuff too. I actually like Poison.
You listen to that stuff. You listen to that stuff
Trust
now,
me.
and it's pretty light.
Trust me, Sydney. That first single they ever came out with, "Runaway," that's what made me want to do when I heard the song. So,
Really?
No,
Yeah,
that
I love
was
that
good.
song.
That was a good
yes, I never cared for Bon Jovi pretty much after
Okay.
that.
I never was a Bon Jovi guy. I never thought the guy could sing.
Sydney, when the ladies come over, put that album on.
Oh,
That's what
fall
I'm
at your
gonna go
feet,
with.
crowded house.
There we go.
Oh man.
Oh, okay.
There we
I
go.
was gonna go. This is technically a compilation of previously unreleased songs. And yes, Backwaxed, it's exactly what you think it's about.
Yep.
I could dive into the lyrics, but it might.
You don't have to. It's okay.
No.
Good pick. Good pick.
What else? I was gonna go with "Smoking in the Boys' Room." I actually do like their cover.
Oh God.
This is where I'm starting to.
Okay.
Hey, love what you love. That's what music's all about. Love what you love.
Like I said, I can listen to. I don't know. I can listen to anything from Bryan Adams to Slayer. So.
I hear you. I'm the same way, man.
Board, but I do tend toward go when I'm picking favorites. I'll go with the heavier stuff. But yeah.
Jeff says you should have stopped at 10.
I should have never started.
I've got that. Hey, Yvonne, I've got that on vinyl.
Oh, this is
Love
very
that album.
nice. Very from '85.
All right, who else has honorable mentions?
I got some. Go, Ernesto.
Yeah.
Go.
Go,
Okay.
Ernesto, go.
I'm surprised nobody picked this one. This is just a great album, but
Oh yeah,
nobody picked this one.
Oh, Tom
I
Petty.
like it.
That's a nice
It's not
one,
my
yeah.
favorite
Oh, yeah.
Tom Petty album though.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Love this
Yeah.
album. That's a great album.
What track?
What song?
What do you call it? Don't Come Around Here No More.
Don't come. It was a very nice video.
Cool video.
Very nice video. Yeah, cool video. Mm.
That's when the videos were kicking in and they were just great.
Yeah.
They were fun, you know. And then here's a very rare air track that it's very rare. And when I say rare, it's rare.
It's rare.
Yeah.
Done with Mirrors.
I've never
man.
seen that before.
Wow.
Wow.
My Fist
The
Your
track.
Face or which song?
Yeah.
Oh, I like pretty much most of the albums, but yeah, my fist.
Yeah, I don't like that record.
That was the tour I saw of mine. Ugh.
But this,
They were awful.
This is pretty rare. It's a good one though. Right
Never
there.
seen that 8-track in my life.
No. It'll probably be the last time.
It probably will be.
Ernesto's
All right.
the only one.
Yeah, Ernesto has the only copy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Patterson likes that
Yeah.
Aerosmith album.
Probably my third favorite Aerosmith album.
I
I
like
got
it.
that album recently. It's all
Love
right.
that album.
I like it. The production isn't that good. That's the only thing that.
Oh, look. Who's
Marlon has returned. Marlon, I saved you a lot of grief. You would have liked what was coming up.
FCOL?
For crying out loud.
Oh,
Oh wait, let me forget.
Let me get in here.
This album,
yeah.
Satisfaction Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh, phenomenal. I like it.
Another great song.
Yeah.
I found
That's
it.
a holy grail.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there you are.
See, I knew he had it.
Hey, Marlon, hang around for my runners-up. You're going to like one of them.
Grace Jones.
Slave
That's
to the
a-
Rhythm.
I don't have
boy.
that record, but I understand that that's one of her great records.
And this is the favorite to this pop guy from Los Angeles. What do you call it? He was on the show before. Oh,
Top
he has-
guy from Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's just
Oh,
moved to Los
Schnee.
Angeles. Schnee, this is his favorite 80s.
Oh.
Metal is everything. Very nice
Oh,
album.
No, Marlon, no one picked Saga.
I know. Sadly,
All right.
no.
Keep it moving. Who else? What you got?
I got
Anything
it.
else? BM, go.
All right. Nobody's picked anything off this, have they?
No.
I'm
No,
going
no.
to go with the title track.
In my honorable
Great
mentions,
song.
as I have the title track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like I had to pick something off this album. It was so big, and it's not as good as I remember it. There's a couple things on here I could probably live without now, but that title track is so good.
This was the
Flash.
first. This was one of the first CDs that was released.
Right.
This album
Digital
was first
recording,
on
too.
CD. Yeah, digital. Yeah.
And for digital recording, it sounds pretty great, I think. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm going to go with the first Joe Satriani, Hordes of Locusts, because I had to pick something by Joe Satriani.
Of course you did.
Of course. I'm going to go. Nobody's talked about this. I'm going to go the song Rise.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
like this song. This is a good
Oh,
album.
nice.
Where did you
completely
get that
missed
compact
I can't
disc?
believe I missed that.
I've had this forever, Grant.
Show me the CD. Show me the CD.
Ooh, nice.
I'll be damned. It looks like a domestic pressing. I didn't even know that came out
Yeah.
domestically on CD.
Manufactured in USA. Yeah.
Oh, do
you'll
you
see
ever see
buys
one of
on this if
those?
You don't,
Yeah.
you don't know that.
You can also get cassette.
Yeah.
I've never seen the domestic pressing of that on
Yeah.
CD.
It's pretty rare.
All right.
Oh, motels. Wait a
Yeah,
minute, Yvonne.
Steve-
Go ahead. Yeah, look,
Few
Yvonne.
buys on that, you guys. Robert Plant, I'm going 6s and 7s. You guys went little by little. They're both great tracks. Let's go. God Bless Video off Alcatraz.
Oh,
I've got
nice.
that CD. I've got that CD.
Yeah, it's a pretty good album.
Japanese import.
Another Steve Vai was on 2 albums that year. It looks like.
Yeah.
Freaking
Rush
Steve Vai's the
Marathon.
man. Yeah.
And
Matt
John
Bonnet,
Cougar,
man.
John Cougar Mellencamp, Camp, Rain on the Scarecrow.
Nice.
Look
Glenn
at
Fry, you belong to the city. I like that track.
that's good.
Docking in My Dreams, mostly because I love the guitar riff on that.
Mhm.
The chorus is a little cheesy, but the guitar riff is just great.
Well,
That's
you're cheesy, BM. So
anyway.
Shame is a great Motels track. What?
I was gonna say I found my list of other songs I can throw a few out there too, but yeah, James Brown's got the Living in America. Yeah, there you go.
That's great.
So ones I could have thrown in there Long Before I Die from Armored Saint. I thought that was a good one. Tears Are Falling from Kiss. That was probably one of the better Kiss 80s songs in my opinion. Lay It Down from Rat or You're in Love, either one would work for me. Let's see. How about some Hooters? And We Danced.
I like it.
Oh man, once Joan Baez got done singing Amazing Grace, they basically started off the Philly portion of Live Aid. So and what was her thing?
Yvonne.
There you go. Yeah, there we go. So I don't remember if anybody mentioned Broken Wings, Mr. Voices Carry. That would have been another one that would have made my.
Yep.
So there you go. There was a few that I had on my random list.
Cool.
There's Whitney
Nice.
Young Whitney.
before she was all drug induced.
Yeah.
Did Billy? What was that guy? Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Brown, yeah.
Is he the one that got her all into drugs?
She should have never hooked up with him.
Yeah.
And then she fell asleep in the tub, and that was it.
She was such a talent. It's just such a shame. We had David Lee Roth doing California Girls. All right, Todd, you're up. Honorable mentions for you.
I'll have to try real hard to read all the ones
Go ahead.
I crossed out. I had The Tubes, Come As You Are. There's an alternate universe where The Tubes Love Bomb has 3 singles on it and is huge, and I don't really know why that universe didn't happen. But yeah.
Not me. Yeah.
I had Howard Jones, but I had No One Is to Blame. I had Everything But the Girl from Love Not Money, the song Ugly Little Dreams. That's a really cool album if nobody's ever heard it. Produced by Robin Millar, the guy that produces Sade. So
Perfect. I have that.
It's got that same tuning the horn sharp to make it sound kind of weird. Very cool album. I had this one hurt really a lot to cut. Suzanne Vega, The Queen and the Soldier. I intended to include that, and it just didn't make it. New Order, The Perfect Kiss. Marillion, I had Kaylee. I had Rundgren Lockjaw. ABC, How to Be a Millionaire. Major, If I Was. Easy Lover. Inside Out from No Jacket Required. And State of the Heart from Tao.
Excellent. Miami Vice. Yvonne's just pulling shit out.
No, this is 85. This is the Miami Vice movie.
I have that on 8-track.
Oh, I
From
know.
85,
You just keep pulling stuff out so freely and. Yeah, The Tubes Love Bottom is great production.
Yep,
by
mention
Todd.
that. Mention that early on, Ken.
100%. Ken, 100%. We love the Bangles, KKWW.
Yes, Ivan. The Same Old Sun is my favorite Alan Parsons Project song. Nobody ever talks about that song. Nobody ever talks about that album, but I love that album.
It's a good one.
I love that album.
Good record. All right, I think we've probably done it. Anybody else have anything real quick? Oh, John the Music Nut, go ahead.
Thank you. Obsession by Animotion.
Oh, yeah.
Divide and Conquer, Husker Du. Big Stick by Minutemen. Dangerous But Worth the Risk by Rat. And last but not least, Hands of Time by YNT.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap.
3.
All right, DC, go ahead.
Very quick, and somebody mentioned this earlier in the comments, very early on. Gino Vanelli, Black Cars. That's a great little pop one from Gino.
I forgot about that.
Mr. Kiri, I can't believe I forgot about that one. And also I forgot about Norwegian crooner Svedi with It's Getting Svedi in Here. Not really.
There's Gino right there.
There he is.
Sexy
Right
as
there.
hell. Look at that.
Yep.
Wild Boys, Duran Duran.
Yeah.
No one mentioned that. Oh,
Wow,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
The slideshow continues. Stings, the Russians. Yeah, we mentioned that. Ooh, here we go.
Yeah.
Tonight
I
She
forgot
Comes
about
by the
that one.
Cars.
I forgot about that
Single from
one.
Greatest Hits album.
Marlon, you know that this show runs a long time.
You didn't even mention I picked Gino Vanelli tune. I thought he was all over the Gino Vanelli catalog.
Utopia,
yeah, play this game.
Utopia, play this game. Great record. God, why didn't I mention that?
Is that next year? I think. I mean, I went down
Wait a
the
minute, play this
discography of both.
But you know what? That is not listed on Wikipedia as an album that came out in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Therein lies my.
And they even
my
have a
script.
list of things that are
January
unknown
85.
release date, but POV's not on that list at all.
Yacht Rock for Grant.
There you go, Yacht Rock. All right. Marlon likes Gino Vanelli. I forgot. He likes
385 Janelli. Yeah.
But Marlon does. He likes Gino Vanelli. Which
I do
there's a lot of
too.
great
Yeah, he's
stuff.
tremendous artist.
His brother produced a lot of that stuff, and he was great. Yeah. All right, I guess we can wrap it up. We good? All right, I hope everybody had fun tonight. I appreciate everybody leaving comments, and it's just fun to hang out on Monday and do this. We'll be back. We'll be doing 1986, so that'll be next month. I don't know when, but we'll be back. All right, everybody. I want to thank Sydney, Yvonne, Johnny Metal, BM Bolt, Ernesto, Todd Evans, John the Music Nut, and DC. Oh, and Paul. We'd like to especially thank Paul Hardcastle.
Yes.
19.
All right, everybody. Have a good week. It is Monday. Tomorrow, go out and vote in the United States. Make sure you're voting.
I'm gonna sleep.
Make a difference. All right, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.